Ridin Steel is brought to you in part by
Ray Labby & Sons Incorporated in Brunswick, a family-owned construction company servicing the Mid-Coast area since 1955. Northern Energy Services LLC of Maine, your locally owned business for residential energy audits, insulation, air sealing, and performance upgrades. For all your home energy needs, it's Northern Energy Services.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ridin Steel. Steve Marois here. I'm with Todd Sanders. We are here in Old Orchard Beach. Our first start of the morning didn't go as planned, but we got some.
Us.
I know.
You were talking about both of us getting older and our bikes falling apart, and then the camera.
Yeah, and then the equipment. The camera equipment just failed on us big time, and so now we're here in Old Orchard Beach. Mike Paul has organized a ride called the Ride and Rock. He's been doing it for a number of years now, and this one is to benefit the Saco Food Pantry. Right?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, we stopped at Pat's Pizza. They were doing their 7th annual Make-A-Wish ride in memory of Scott Sutherland this year. Scott was a good friend of ours who did a lot of rides with us, helped out with bike nights back when we had him at Bucks, and we probably videotaped him or interviewed him down in Connecticut for the Dream Ride because he used to go down to that every year. So obviously we miss Scott, and it's a good cause for that, a good memory cause, and the cause.
Right, and we'll try to catch up with those folks a little later on in the show. But anyways, I want you to stay tuned. Todd and I are going to be talking with Mike Paul here in just a few seconds. We'll be right back.
Let's ride! Hundred roaring engines riding steel, hearts gleaming in the sun, we're riding steel. The rubber hits the road, I'm done doing what I'm told. I'm doing what I want, riding steel. Leather on my back, and the wind in my face. I'm one with the highway, and with the human race. This iron horse will separate the bull from what is real. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. We're riding steel.
All right, as promised, we're back here with Mike Paul. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm fantastic. What a great turnout. Huh? The weather's great. We're in Orchard Beach, and it's going to be a fantastic ride.
Yeah, you got a nice little charge of motorcycles showing up here for your Ride and Rock, huh?
You know what? It's going to be a good ride. Years ago, you told me something that stuck with me, and I finally listened. It's a free ride. It's donations only. And you know what? People are opening up their wallets even more now, and it's fantastic.
Well, you know, when you sell the cars, they will. The generosity will show.
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
And you know, who doesn't want to help? People who need help with food. There's a lot of food deprivation in this state, from what I understand. I know our local community is struggling with it. We have to actually provide lunch for kids throughout the summer when they're out of school.
Yeah.
We don't have to, but obviously there was an awareness that there were a lot of kids not knowing what they were going to eat on any given day during summer school vacation even, okay? Yeah. And so you can imagine what that does to the lunch programs at school, right?
It puts a toll on them. Yeah. And you know, in these food pantries, the families that are going to the food pantry now, it's a whole new generation of people going. These are hardworking families that all their lives that have been really proud parents, take care of their kids. And now they've lost their big paying job, and now they're working 2 jobs to try to make half the money they were making before. And they really got to swallow their pride. And these food pantries are here to help all in need.
That's a common story that we hear, absolutely. Todd is a principal at Gardner Middle School when he's not doing his real job of hosting for Ride and Steel. Yeah, the volunteer work that we do here is very, very important, and he realizes that. But anyways, Todd, as a principal of Gardner Middle School, you know, I just got done mentioning, about how our children during summer school vacation are struggling with food. So offer us some insight on what you experience, if you don't mind.
Well, you know, we see it. Kids come to school for a variety of reasons. When we went to school, it was probably because our parents made us, or,
Right.
or it's to learn, and the letter grades meant a lot to us. And the things have changed. It's just a different generation now, different challenges. Some of these young kids, I would not want to go through the challenges that they have. But the consistency that you mentioned of knowing that there's going to be food on the plate, breakfast and lunch anyways, that certainly is a motivator to kids to get to school. And there are a lot of districts doing, like you said, it's a federal government thing, supporting kids during the summer so that consistency continues throughout the summer months. And it's through no fault of their own, or like you said, sometimes the parents. It's just people find themselves in very challenging, very difficult positions,
Yeah.
and we all need food. So obviously rides such as this are extremely important.
Yeah.
Right. So are people coming here laden with bags of food? Is Saco Food Pantry here this year like you used to do in the old
Actually,
days?
we're going to be taking the ride right by the Saco Food Pantry. They always have a big jag of people out there holding up signs, people that work there.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're going to ride by and show our support for them, and they're going to show their support for us.
Okay.
In the past, yes, it's been for food, and please, donate food. It's a great thing to do. But there was something that was told to us years ago, and you filmed it, my daughter holding up a $5
I know
bill.
where you're going with this.
And this is so important. I can't stress this enough. Money for these food pantries goes so much further. I stopped by the food pantry a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to Bob Nichols, and he was showing me what they just bought. They bought 2,000 pounds worth of food for $240. 2,000 pounds for $240. Your $5 donation can help.
Multiplies considerably.
Unbelievable. It can help feed a small family for 2 days. A family of 4 for 2 days. And they have other
It
expenses.
almost sounds
not
like
just
that
food.
UNICEF commercial we used to watch, where you send 30 cents a week, right? You know what I mean? And you take care of this kid, you put him through school, you dress them up. They're, their lives are enhanced considerably. It's a similar deal. I don't know why food is so much cheaper when you can, have to go through the food shepherd,
Right.
good shepherd or whatever food
Yeah.
bank. But I don't understand how that works or anything. But it's awful nice that it is working.
And it's not, all these people that run these food pantries, it's not a paying job. There's volunteers that are volunteering a lot of time to help take care of needy families. Now, they also have other expenses. They still have an electric bill, phone bill. They have vehicles that they need to go pick up the food and bring it back to stock up their places. They got gas, insurances. So there's also a need for cash to just take care of their normal bills that, you know what, each one of us have the same bills. And they have them too. So if you know what, think about this for a minute. You people that stop at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and get that $4 coffee and that, donut and everything else, you're spending $5, $6. Why don't you try stopping at your food pantry? Give them that $5 bill. The feeling you're going to get inside is going to become addicting. You're going to want to do it over and over and over again. That $5 bill, instead of getting that cup of coffee and that donut in the morning, you're going to help feed a small family for up to 2 days. Think about that for a minute.
That's a nice little twist on it. Doing it once a month is more than is all you can give. Then that's fine.
And you know what? If everybody just what you said, Steve, once a month, if everybody just went by their local food pantry, not any in particular one, the one that's in your community, and donate that $5 bill once a month, we'll end hunger. There won't be any hungry families in this state. That's all it takes. It's just a $5 bill. Think about what you do with a $5 bill. Most people just spend it. They don't even realize it's a $5 bill. It's just gone. So try it. I guarantee you're going to become addicted.
Well, there you go. Well, Mike, so what else do you do? You also used to do stuff about collecting school supplies. Do you still do that, too?
Yeah, well, there's a charity in Saco. It's called Open Hands, Open Hearts. It was started by a Saco food bus driver named Elaine Fournier. She was tired of seeing kids get on their bus. I mean, you see it all the time, I'm sure, that aren't properly clothed. They don't have the school supplies, and the family just can't afford it like they can't afford to feed them. Yeah. So she ended up opening up her garage and taking donations. And then it led to she was getting so much that the Saco Food Pantry put an addition on it, and she's got her own building right there right now.
Sweet.
Doing out.
Sweet.
She opens that up. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. So there's a lot of services, that are being cut these days, and people are stepping up to fill in those blanks, I guess.
Who
Fill
does
in
it
that
better than
void,
bikers?
right? Yeah.
Who does it better than bikers?
Yeah, we do an awful lot,
Yeah,
don't
we
we?
do.
We certainly do. Todd, you got anything you want to add before we let Mike move on here? Because this ride's about ready to take off.
No, I think what Mike said is just it should be reinforced and repeated. We did a bike night at the railroad for the Lisbon area food pantry, and the money we raised for them, they said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That money that you raise is multiplied 3-5 times.
Oh, it's up to 8 times.
So
It's
even though you may not feel like you have a lot to give, and you may think your small amount, you said $5,
Yeah.
might not make a difference. It certainly does make a difference. And the thing with the charities such as this is you often we don't see the difference that it makes, because it's not the person that we're raising the money for isn't right there to see them. It'll help someone who's probably very proud. It may be a challenge for them just to go to the food pantry. So you won't see immediately the bang for your buck or the ripple effect that you have.
Right.
But certainly it's a very worthy cause, and I can't imagine people going hungry. I just can't imagine what that must feel like. So.
No,
Steve and I were
it's the
talking
worst
about
thing
We're
in the
pretty
world.
hungry right now. You got any food here?
You know what? Sliders is right around the corner. When you get back,
and we got to pay $5 for a slide, I bet.
No, you know what? You can eat for free today, Steve.
Yeah, but anyways, to reiterate, the cash donations do grow considerably. It's like worth 5 times to 7 times
It's
more.
up to 8 times. If you do the math.
8 times. A dollar is worth an 8 times more from the good food shepherd people, right? Is that what it is?
Yep,
Good,
where they go and
good
stock up.
food shepherd people. Yeah, and so and what's important. It's the good shepherd. It's not food people. It's not food people, for God's sakes. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, a good shepherd food bank is what they are.
That works. Everybody knows what we're talking
Right.
about.
And what's nice about the cash donations is that they could purchase the items that they know people need, as opposed to us going into our cabinets and grabbing that old can of beets that nobody wants to eat.
Right.
And
If you don't
then
wanna
we
eat it,
stick
they're
that in
not
the
gonna want it.
we stick that in the bag outside the door, and we go, well, that's been sitting around for a couple of years. We'll get rid of that can, right? I've done that before. I mean, just empty the cabinets. I don't know how old the stuff was.
Listen, there's
but-
people that need it, though. Don't go,
Oh yeah,
There's still people that are gonna be
well, I'm
very
not
happy
cutting
to get
down the
that.
beets. Personally, I just don't like them.
For those who enjoy beets out there, we appreciate your support.
Right by 80 Bedford Street once a year, you'll find my beets out there.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing before we go. May 20th, 2017, we're going to have another Ride and Rock.
Okay.
We're going to do a spring run. It's going to be the weekend before Memorial Day weekend. And we're going to do a coastal run this year. We're going to take it down the coast by Bush's house and through Kennebunkport and stuff. And we're not sure the charity, what it's going to be yet. But stay tuned to Ride and Rock on Facebook. I'm sure Ryan
If
Steele
you got
will
a
know.
charity that works, stick with the plan.
Well, we're always going to do this one. This is going to be a yearly thing. Bike Fest, Old Orchard Beach, the weekend after Memorial Day weekend.
All the people from away go back away.
Exactly.
All right, thank you
It's
so
a very
much, Mike.
special time. Thank you
gotta
so much
run.
for everything
You
you
gotta
guys
go.
do. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Please join Ridin Steel and the Riverside Bar and Grill on March 11th for the Riverside Benefit Bash to benefit our friend Ashley Valancourt. Ashley is a mother of 2 and is currently battling Chiari malformation and suffers from massive headaches. So folks are gathering to pitch in and relieve some of her stress. Please consider supporting this cause to be held on Saturday, March 11th from 4 p.m. to closing. Please go to rideandsteel.com for details. Making my way around here before the bikes take off, and I run into this gentleman. His name is Nathan Leach. Nathan, where are you from?
From Gorham, Maine.
All right, and you're here to support the Ride and Rock.
Absolutely.
So why don't you express to the folks at home what supporting a ride like this means to you?
Sure. I mean, the main thing, it's a friend, first of all, Mike Paul, and he's a good friend, and he's consistently done awesome things for the community here. This is just one of them. But also, the cause itself, the food pantry, what better cause can there be to make sure that kids have breakfast, lunch, and dinner and don't have to worry about that basic necessity. So that's why I come here.
Well, very good. So today they're going on a ride. They're getting ready to take off pretty soon here, okay? And any idea where you're going?
Not really.
You're just going to follow the leader,
I'm
right?
following the leader. I obey the basic rules of the ride, and we always have a good time and never had an incident, so we're going to try to keep it that way today.
Excellent. Well, have a great day,
Thanks.
okay?
Good
And
to
thank
see
you
you,
for
Steve.
taking a minute with me.
All right. Take care.
This is Carla, my friend Carla Dodge, and Carla is really excited this year. She's had her
She's been striving to learn how to ride a motorcycle for, what, 2 to 3 years now?
Yeah, 3 years I've had my bike.
Right,
Yeah,
3 years. But this year you've really just decided to give it a shot.
Yeah,
and
not scared of the little old ladies anymore. I just rev my engine at them.
there you go, there you go. And so you came on a little adventure to OOB.
Yeah, this is my first weekend adventure all by myself with my motorcycle.
Well, congratulations, Carla.
Thank you.
You're enjoying it?
I am.
Feeling
very
more
much so.
confident?
Yeah, every day, every day. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations
Go
on
riding,
your
Steve.
newfound freedom.
Thank you, sir.
So, what do you think of my friend Carla over here?
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, so did you get to hang out with her last night and
No,
stuff?
I just came in this morning.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, ride safe today,
Thank
okay?
you. Will do.
Tape's rolling, tape's rolling.
Riding season 2017 is about to begin, and on March 25th and 26th, you'll have an opportunity to check out the new rides available. This bike show will be held at the Bangor Mall and is put on by the Patriot Riders Maine Chapter 3. What's yours?
My name's Kathleen.
Nice to meet you, Kathleen.
Nice to meet you.
How are you enjoying the ride and rock so far?
I'm loving it. Came down from Massachusetts, Worcester.
You came from Worcester, Mass?
Worcester, Mass.
Nice.
Yep, to do this ride.
Awesome. Okay, so you know what the cause is for then,
yes,
right? Okay.
Yes.
And how many charity rides,
Actually, I just got my license a few months ago.
Oh, so you're a new rider.
I'm a new rider. I did a ride for the Wounded Vets, my first ride in New Hampshire, 1,400 bikes. This is my second.
Yeah, so what do you find that's most appealing to you when you're coming on these rides?
Well, it's really the cause.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? My dad's a veteran, and so that was important to me. And
yeah.
This is important, Actually, we didn't really realize there was a ride today. We came down here for the event, and we heard there was a ride, so we were like, let's do it.
Oh, okay. So it was a random choice?
It was a random choice.
Absolutely.
We had no idea the ride was involved. We heard what the cause was, and we said, let's go.
All right. And so now you got your bike license.
Got my license.
So what are you enjoying the most of, getting your bike license and everything?
Just the freedom. My kids are grown. They're married. I'm on my own. I said, you know what? I'm not going to grow old. And I'm not going to knit. I'm going to get a Harley.
Excellent. Excellent. And this is your ride?
This is my ride. It's a sporty. I am going to get a bigger bike now that I'm used to the sporty.
Okay, so you've been, this is your first summer of riding.
This is my first summer of riding. I've always been on a back seat. I said, no more back seats for this girl.
That's
it's time
right.
to get my
You
own
know,
bike.
there's a lot of ladies like you here today.
Yes.
You realize that, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, enjoy your newfound freedom.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice talking to
Nice
you and meeting
talking to
you.
Thank you.
Todd Sanders, host of Ridin Steel, has made it. Did you film us coming in?
We weren't here.
Oh, you weren't here yet?
Al was frolicking on the beach.
You were frolicking.
Al was. So when Al gets over here, you can ask him why we're tardy in our arrival.
Oh, well.
He had his shoes,
Pickens
he
are
had his
lovely,
sand in
Melanie.
the... his
Meeting all kinds of people from Mass here
I
today,
know.
right?
I haven't met a whole lot of people from Maryland.
Well, these people right here are all from Massachusetts. Right
Really?
here. Yeah.
Where from?
Boston. Salem. Oh, you're Salem?
I'm Leominster.
Are you?
Yeah.
Then I met a young lady from Worcester.
Oh, you guys decided to show up?
Yeah, we're hanging
Al
around.
was frolicking.
How was your ride?
Huh?
Hey, you're hindering the production crew here, guy. What's up with that?
From the water, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Look at all this beautiful.
What up, Steve?
Hey, what are you thinking?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, we're up here at Rick's Cafe at the Causeway, right on Long Lake. I mean, does it get any more beautiful than this besides being on the ocean in Orchard Beach? I mean, you got the two best spots in Maine.
Right.
We take off from Orchard Beach. We got the pier right there. We got 7 miles of the most beautiful beaches in Maine. And then we come up here, and we're at the Causeway in Naples, Maine at Rick's Cafe.
That's right.
It just doesn't get any better. Look. We got old school Ridin' Rock right here.
Yeah.
We got vintage. We got Ridin' Rock shirts all over the place from years past. It's awesome. I love seeing it.
There we go.
You know, seeing something that you've done for so many years and people keep coming back, you know you're doing something right. And I feel like I'm doing something right. You know, we got a lot of good people that are raising a lot of money. And look, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, I really do. It's great. I love my life.
It is.
And I love my life because everybody that's in it. You guys are Ridin Steel, Wendy, and everybody here. That's what makes it worth it for me. Just a lot of good people. It's awesome.
Did a good job. I didn't even realize it was going on until the other day. Somebody said, Mike's Ridin' Rock is going on. And I said, really? He said, yep. And I look on Facebook and sure enough, there it is. And I thought, yes, it's still going. That's awesome. We're going to change it to the Bike Fest this year, but meaning that the destination after here is going to go to the Bike Fest. So you kind of...
Yeah, we kind of, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, Orchard Beach is such a great destination, and it's always had a bad reputation with bikers in the past. I mean, it's all I ever hear, you know, it's not biker friendly. Well, it is. It's changing. Not a lot of people are getting tickets down there. They're really not, you know, raising fuss with the loud pipes. They're starting to get it.
Hey, beautifuls.
Hi.
How's it going?
Cutie. Good.
Good. You enjoying the day?
Absolutely.
Good.
Beautiful day.
Awesome. So let's talk about the ride a little bit. All right. First of all, how'd you get wind of the ride? How did you learn a bit?
Facebook through Mike.
Facebook through Mike.
Yep.
And I learned from her.
And you learned from Lynn?
Yeah, this is an awesome ride. It's been a beautiful day. Awesome cause.
We couldn't have asked for better weather, honestly.
For sure.
So we have a couple of lady riders here. Pam, you've had your license for how long now?
I don't want to wait in the line though.
Legally, I've had my license for only like 10 years, but I've been riding bikes for 20 plus years.
That was good to get that on tape.
Yeah.
She's a rebellious woman.
I'm okay with that.
She's a rebel, that
I got
one.
my license, so.
Right. And what about you, Lynn? How long have you been riding?
My 5th year.
5 years. Awesome.
Yep.
So tell me, girls, what do you get the most? What do you get out of it?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
For me, it's
Peace.
yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like being on your bike, whether it's being alone or being with a group of people. It's just.
Yeah, there's no words that can...
Yeah.
I think being on a bike heightens your senses even more. You smell the air more. You see things better. You just feel it better. Yeah.
You feel it.
feel
in
it.
a car, you cannot
feel it.
Right. The voice that you're listening to over here is Terry. Terry wants to get her license.
Oh, I will get my license.
You will have your license?
Yes, I will.
And you will have your own bike?
Oh, hell yeah.
And will it be like mine or better?
It's going to be better.
It's going to be better?
Of course.
And can I ride it?
Absolutely.
All right.
On the back.
You don't want me on the back of her bike, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, but you can hang on.
You won't be able to concentrate.
You can hang on.
I know. That's why I say you don't want me on the back of that bike.
Hi.
Hi, you. Come
Good,
over
how are
here.
you?
Introduce yourself to the crowd.
I'm Michaela Paul, Mike Paul's daughter, who started the Ridin Rock.
That's right. And
Yeah.
so you're enjoying a ride on the back of the bike. Who's your friend?
I'm Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, you enjoying the ride? Are you riding today?
I am, yeah, with my dad.
Awesome, awesome. So you're 9 years later, you're still doing this. I remember you when you were just a little kid,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's right. And so does the cause mean a great deal to you, Michaela?
it does. Back in 2010 when Michael Jackson died,
Uh-huh.
I heard it on the radio, and then I asked my dad, like, what would happen to Ridin Rock if he passed away, and like he just started crying, and I told him that I would take it over, and like I've always been, you know, really happy to be able to donate to my community and be a part of participating and giving back to charities and stuff like that. So doing this like makes me feel good inside.
It does.
Yeah.
And why does this particular cause mean so much to you?
I just like how all of the money that we raise stays in our community. So like that way when we raise money and it just goes elsewhere, like we don't really know where it's going.
Mhm.
So just helping out our community and like your close-knit family
Right.
just feels nice.
Why don't you get in close with her so I can get you both in on the
Okay.
picture here? 'Cause I want to talk to you both, okay?
right.
So you get to, be on the back of a motorcycle and you're riding with approximately 50 motorcycles today. Why don't you describe to the people watching what that feels like, what the experience is like? Can you share? Let's start with her, okay?
There's just this adrenaline rush, like you feel like you're a part of something, and it's like we're all friends, and it's just great to be a part of something so big.
So Michaela, what about you?
Well, I'm riding in the front for the first time this year, and looking back and like seeing all the bikes behind me, like she said, like you feel like you're a part of something so great and so large, and like it feels really special to me to just have the opportunity to be a part of this.
Good job, Michaela.
Thank
Good job.
you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
taking a minute to talk with me,
Yeah, thank
girls.
you.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
You can help support our troops by participating in the 10th anniversary of the Spring Ride for the Troops that takes place on Saturday, April 30th, out of York High School. Registrations are from 8 to 10:30 a.m. Please go to ridandsteel.com for details. As this week's episode of Ride and Steel nears its end, I would like to encourage those of you that ride to join us for the 10th annual Ride and Rock, which is to take place on May 20th, 2017. And don't forget to check out our calendar and or post your charity ride on our website at www.rideandsteel.com.
My name's Michaela, and thank you for watching Ride and Steel.
Ride and Steel is brought to you in part by
Looking for a meaningful career in the construction industry with a long-standing and reputable company? Ray Labby & Sons in Brunswick is now hiring for full-time and seasonal positions. Join an industry leader who offers excellent benefits, competitive compensation, and opportunities for career growth. Named the Brunswick Downtown Association's Business of the Year, call Ray Labby & Sons Incorporated, 725-7336. Northern Energy Services LLC of Maine, your locally owned business for residential energy audits, insulation, air sealing, and performance upgrades. For all your home energy needs, it's Northern Energy Services.